Image stabilization is one of my favorite features on camera bodies and camera lenses. There are camera bodies that have image stabilization built into the body, which actually helps stabilize the image sensor when you're hand holding the camera. There are also lenses that have image stabilizers built into them, which help stabilize the camera when hand holding as well. Most digital cameras call this image stabilization. You will sometimes see the abbreviation IS on a lens. Nikon cameras call image stabilization vibration reduction, so it's just a different name for the same thing. On Nikon cameras, you may see the abbreviation VR. When hand-holding a camera, you have a chance of getting camera movement. Camera movement will cause the entire image to be blurred, and I teach Photoshop, I teach Lightroom, I teach other photo software. I will tell you that if the image is blurred from camera motion, it's pretty much blurred. You lost all the sharpness. So you want to hold the camera very steady when you're taking a photo, do a very smooth press on the picture taking button, and you want a high enough ISO to make sure you have a fast enough shutter speed, but having image stabilization built into the camera body and built into the lens, it really helps you to avoid camera motion. And this is also really great for older people whose hands may not be as steady as they once were, who still love taking photographs, but could use a little bit of help steadying the camera while they're holding it. So if you're giving a camera as a gift to somebody who's a little bit older, or you're a little bit older and you're going, I'd like to take photos, and I'd like that image stabilization, I'd like a little help, hand holding the camera, keeping it steady, you may want to consider cameras with image stabilization either in the body or the lens or both. Sometimes there are lenses that are sold with image stabilization in one version and without it in another, and it's more expensive with it, but usually it's with longer lenses, and usually it's a good idea if you can afford it. It really helps you get sharper images by avoiding camera movement, which will blur your image. So image stabilization in the camera body and the camera lens helps you avoid camera blur and also helps you shoot at slower shutter speeds and still get a sharp image. We hope you've enjoyed these photography tips. If you'd like help getting started with your digital camera, you may want to check out our Top 10 Digital Camera Settings worksheet. Looking at your digital camera, there are lots of buttons and symbols and settings which can be confusing. Some digital cameras have over 100 different settings, which can be overwhelming. Our Top 10 Digital Camera Settings worksheet will help you learn where these settings are on your camera and the buttons and dials you must use to set them. This worksheet is a great way to get started learning your digital camera. Being able to look at your digital camera and know what the different settings are and how to set them is a great feeling. Knowledge is always your best camera accessory. Download the Top 10 Digital Camera Settings worksheet at easyphotoclass.com to start learning your digital camera settings today. To go to our website, click on our logo at the top of the page for great photography downloads and workshops. To subscribe to our channel, click on our logo in the lower left to enjoy more great photography videos. You can also click on the video image in the lower right to enjoy our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk with you soon.